a second ability that you can play if you're playing blue-black.
And you also have the tap for... Yeah, okay. That makes sense. Okay, then you have black, tap, sacrifice, Dune Grass Crossing, sacrifice a creature you don't control, destroy target creature. This is basically, I believe it's a lot like... Because you choose the creature you destroy, so you could be destroying like a 1/1. So it makes sense, but at the same time, you're...
Wait, sacrifice a creature you don't control, destroy target creature. You don't control, does that mean you're destroying 2 of your opponent's creatures?
Oh, wait. Sacrifice a creature you control. That's... Okay.
Yeah, because then it's like...
Okay. Sorry, excuse me.
Nearly the same price as terror,
yeah, nearly the same price as terror. You're killing 2 creatures. That's not fair.
And 1 sacrifice, so technically you can't be...
You can't sacrifice your own... You can't sacrifice your opponent's creature. Wow, okay. Well, other than that... I think we can move on from there. Is that everything on that card? Do you want to edit anything on that?
I think that's a okay card.
I believe so, because and white is generally in a white, blue, black deck. From the cards I've seen, blue and black are generally control-ish, as they are in any other Magic situation, and white is generally like white weenie kind of case.
Okay.
But that makes sense. Now the only thing I was actually thinking about for this is instead of making it white, did you want to make it colorless?
No, what? No, I think we should do...
Wait, colorless, and it's an island, swamp, and plains.
No,
because in that...
No, I don't think so.
No? Okay. So, next we have Drunkard's Hub, which is... we went over this, but tap, add colorless to your mana pool, 1 colorless, white, put a +1/+1 counter...
Wait, you didn't read them the flavor text. You have to read them the flavor text.
Put a +1/+1... sorry. It's a port, tap, add colorless to your mana pool. It's common, 1 colorless, white. Tap, put a +1/+1 counter on target ship. That ship gains vigilance until end of turn. They swing their arms all around in a hysterical blare of laughter, singing, forgetting promises, and rum. Lots of rum. Then we have Dawnfire Woods, which is the white, green, red version of the 3-color. Then we have Dank Hostelry, which is the black twist on the port lands. It's a land, port, tap, add colorless to your mana pool. 1 colorless black, tap, put a -1/-1 counter on target ship.
I bet they never saw that coming.
They didn't see that coming. I believe this is a really well-designed card in that it counters your opponent as far as case of the +1/+1 counters.
Yeah.
And now that we have the rule of +1/+1 counters and -1/-1 counters, that it's an ingenious idea, really, because also we have the ships, and they're dealt in the form of -1/-1 counters.
Yeah.
And in that fact, white is still the idea of restoration, and black becomes the idea of destruction.
Yeah.
So I think that was a very well developed card.
You sound like our language arts teacher with Lord of the Flies.
Yes. But other than that, the flavor text is, because, actually, there was somebody who asked me on the show to put more flavor text on when I was originally doing this.
Yay! Flavor.
Some people like it.
It's tasty.
Yes. The tasty card of the day is Dank Hostelry.
I thought it was Football and Feast.
Alright. The place seems to be lined with dark wine thrown carelessly over the walls to the establishment. No, wait. That's my blood.
That's awesome.
That fit, I think. Then we have Brush Sea Valley, which is the green, white, blue version of the card. Then we have Bloodrock Passage, which is a great, in my opinion, red version. Now, the only thing I was thinking about here is it's tap, add colors to your mana pool, red, tap, put a +1/+0 counter on target ship. That ship attacks this turret if able, and it's a port, and it's common. Obviously. The scenery matches the tempo of those who pass. I don't know about that flavor text.
Why? It's great flavor text that I wrote.
Oh yeah, you wrote that. Okay, that's why I don't like the flavor text. But the only thing I was thinking about is I like that it's a +1/+0 counter, but I mean, it wouldn't make any sense to give +1/+1 to red counters, but it would make a lot of sense for the structure purpose. So, what do you want to do about that?
Well, I think the idea is that doesn't affect structure. It really, if you think about it, might that the blood rock passage itself, why it's giving the counters, is more affecting the crew. It's giving your ship more aggro, not as much structure.
That makes sense, but in that case, should we make it +2 +0? Although
no, because that kind of obviously, yeah, it doesn't.
It's a +1 +0 counter, so
yeah, I think we.
And
yeah.
it is common, so
yeah, it's only one man to do this.
Yeah, and well, you have to tap it too, but you can
and
go.
You also have to attack.
Well, there's a great thing with Zitadar Cutter, which is one colorless 3/1 structure haste. Tap it on tapped red creature you control. It can attack.
Well,
so that goes pretty impressively.
If you're doing red, and you could I just love something.
You could have some mana acceleration on red, so
you could go each turn if able. If the ship isn't able to attack unless it has a crew that you tap to attack.
Yes.
So technically, that's not really that much of a downside if you think about it.
So should it just be a +1 +0 counter? Because in white we have +1 +1 and vigilance for 3 mana. So a +1 +1 counter on a ship would be 2 mana, which makes about sense. 2 mana and tap.
Yeah.
So we did 1 mana, and it seems very much red-like, but I don't know if that's actually a useful ability. Because I mean, you're saving yourself a crew member. I mean, you can just put it on. So.
I ever thought of making the first ever +1 -1 counter?
Those already exist.
Out there.
But they had those in Legions, and or maybe it wasn't Legions. There was something with zombies. They had +1 -1 counters. I don't remember exactly what, but it was something in Legions or Scourge or those are totally random names, but something like that.
Think we could do that?
For 1 red. I think it should be a +2 -1 counter.
Okay.
Because
like if you think like you're a Cid or a Cutter, you can't do it on
You can't put it on that. I don't know how many other red influenced cards there are though. So I don't know. I think it makes sense the way it is. I think we should take away the attacks each turn if able.
Okay.
Because it doesn't make any sense. Because I mean you. Mm-hmm. Although if you have the canoe tokens.
Oh yeah.
That makes sense.
Green,
that makes sense. Yeah, but you could be playing red green.
Okay.
Relatively easy.
Yeah, nice aggro. So I think that's the last of our lands.
Whew, that was about a 2-hour and not quite a 2-hour long podcast. That would have been I don't remember because we're doing several takes. So
yeah, so do you think that's it? We should leave.
It's about an hour.
Leave the artifacts for the next one.
Yeah, we're definitely going to. There aren't quite that many artifacts, so.
Oh, they're mostly ships.
They are mostly ships. Excuse me, I'm just counting up the artifacts. This is going to be a big undertaking in that we're going to have to decide on. Really, if we're going to add... Basically, our question for this week, if you only answer one thing, or rather, you only tell us one thing. Tell us, please, if you want us to put hybrid in here, if you want us to put gold in here, we already have some gold in some cases. If you want us to put any, like, 2/R, for example, that would be pretty interesting, like Flame Javelin type mana cost. And what you want us to really deal with this, because if you think about it, we could even design our own mechanics for this, if it's something simple enough. So please just give us your feedback. You could send it to us at cardproffessor@yahoo.com, or send it to the professor's account. Please don't send it to the Ahhoy podcast account. Chances are we won't be able to get to that. I'll check that once in a while, but not very frequently. So until next time, this is the Card Professor
and the Bird Professor
signing out.